Good. Kalau kau saja saya pilih guru tapi just be my God. Oh, God, boy, ini. Ini awet mainin, awet mainin yang kontrak. Mom.
ceremony. No, is it alright, Jim? When we anyway, when anybody will make sure all they gotta be along, alright? No, that is well, ideally you should. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's so same way he would have given it to her. The same way he would have given you, today you're giving him back, right? Alright, them ladies and them all over the right? Huh? She had about it. Yeah. Where you going? You could stay. There's only ladies just being there, so who is waiting? Right. Wait a minute. Where are the ladies and what are they doing? You gotta get somebody to. So you're taking this, right? And you're putting it by your hand. And you're telling him the same way when he give you. Today you're giving him and you're releasing him back, right? So, come. You gotta cover two of them. Just like how you're doing in marriage. Pull it like that, sorry. Yeah, where's that? Put it in your hand. Yeah, leave the whole thing, yes. You see here about it, not you. I know so we're gonna hear.
No, I know.
Alright, let me wash up them boys and put them ring on him. You first, right? Bring everybody. Yeah. And then put her to sit wherever you want her to sit. She'll sit. Yeah. Don't let the sheets spoil him up. Right. Come. You good?
I will open and open it.
Wait, you will it down, boy. Alright. Face this side here, son. We wash everybody here. From my side. So we'll be standing on that side, right? Yeah. You gotta get 2 feet. This one. Alright, let me borrow one hand from my side now. We're gonna wash on. Hasta prakshalanam samarpayami. Very good, right? Hasta prakshalanam samarpayami. You see what we have here? Make sure we have for everybody. The next item, this one. This thing, right? Kusasito deva kusmore janardana kusmadivatre deva Brahma Vishnu Maheshwara. That was small, sir? Put it there. Take a small one. Come small one. Come now. 1, 2, 3. Give me index finger. Kusasito deva kusmadivatre. Give me this one. Put your hand for me for massage. When we line up on that side, you go be here, everybody else going on this one, right? Yeah. Come, son. Yeah. I want to run on the battery. Come this side. Come. Good boy, come. You're facing so, right? all of them flowers. Right, you take flowers and you hold in your hand. Come closer to the box. Jai Vrindavan Vihari Lal Ki Jai. Namaste O Sitaram. Pleasant good morning and welcome to each and every one of you who would have taken time off to join with members of the family in this most important and significant times in one's life, where we bid farewell to a loved one, where we recognize and we reflect upon all the different moments that we would have shared that constitutes the life that we would have forged during the time that we would have spent on this earth. Today, as we bid farewell to the vehicle or the vessel, the body, that which allowed us the opportunity to enjoy all of these moments, I'd want to invite everybody to please stand as we offer prayer. Hari Om Apavitra Pavitro Va Sarvavashtam Gatopi Va Yasmarit Pundarikaksha Sabhaya Bhyantara Suchihi Om Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu Swastina Indra Vridashvaha Swastina Puka Vishwavedaha Swastina Stakshor Arishtanemi Swastino Brihaspatar Dadatu Om Vishnur Vishnur Vishnu Adhyamuk ब्रह्म द्वितीय पराधि श्वेतवारः कल्पे वैवस्मन् मंत्रे अष्टाविं शान्तं कलियुग अंतिष्ठि संस्कार अहं करिष्ये ॐ यं ब्रह्मा वरुणीन्द्र रुद्रमरुतास्तुन्वन्ते दिग्वैस्तवै वेदै साङ्गपरक्रमोपनिषदै गायन्त्यं सामग ज्ञानवष्टिर्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्त्यं योगिनो यस्यान्तं न विरुसुरसुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमो नमः शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं परमनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णशुभागं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलानयनं योगविज्ञानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णुभवहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथम् अनादिनधनो देव शङ्खचक्रगदाधर अक्षयपुण्डरीकाक्ष प्रेतमोक्षप्रदो भव ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेव जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर जय 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 कृष्ण जब चार तरफ अंधियारा हो आशा का दूर किनारा हो जब चार तरफ अंधियारा हो आशा का दूर किनारा और कोई न केवन हारा हो फिर तू ही बेरा पार जय 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 कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर जय 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 कृष्ण तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे विष को भी अमृत तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे विष को भी अमृत पूरन कर दे सबकी आशा पूरन कर दे सबकी आशा जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे फिर जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे. जय 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 कृष्ण. जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे. दुखियों को दुख दूर. जय 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 कृष्ण. जय जय jai Krishna. The bhajan says, the prayer says, Jai Krishna Hare Sri Krishna Hare. To that supreme, all-encompassing Lord and Master of this universe, all praises and glories unto you. Dukhiyo ko dukh dur kare, O Lord. Please remove as far away as possible all difficulties, all problems, all challenges that we face, all sufferings, physically, mentally, spiritually. Tu chahe tu sab kuch kar de, O Lord. If it be your desire, you can accomplish anything. You can do anything without even thinking. Not a blade of grass blows. Tu chahe tu sab kuch kar de. Vish ko bhi amrit. Even poison can be converted into nectar. The first verse says, Jab char taraf andhyara, asha ka dur kinara. When in our life, sometimes from all quarters, from all cardinal directions, there seem to be darkness and hopelessness, ashaka dur, and there seems to be no sense of hope and closure, no answers. Fir tu hi ber. You have always been there. You are always there. It is we who sometimes forget that you are always with us, within us, around us at all times. And for this reason and many other reasons more, we pray, for you are Puran Karde Sabki Asha. You are most complete. The more we want, the more desire we have, the more you give, yet you are devoid of nothing. And for this reason and many other reasons, you are Sabki Asha, the hopes, the dreams, the aspirations of all of us. You are, O Lord. And for this reason, Jo bhi tera dhyan, we meditate upon your lotus-like feet in this moment of need and difficulty. We pray. Give us that strength and the resolve to be able to understand the journey and the process of life as it is, so that we may be able to process what is taking place, understand what is taking place, to allow for the movement of the Atman through this temporary space into the next phase, the next journey. Brindavan Vihari Lal Ki Jai. Please have your respected seats. Put the flower. The ritual itself, what is known as Antishti Sanskar. In the life of a human being, there are but only 3 certificates that are important in your life. The one that brings you into this world, the one that joins you to somebody, and the one that declares you out of this world. And sometimes, depending on your karma and your luck, the second one does cause the third one to come faster. And I wanted you to smile for a reason, because our scriptures tell us when somebody passes, when somebody dies, we should celebrate, we should be joyous, we should be happy. If you look at the document that you would have gotten, for those of you who had, you'd see, I think somewhere around there it says celebrating the life. What does that mean, to celebrate the life of somebody? Really, is to reflect upon all the moments that makes you laugh, cry, sad, all of those emotions that you experience. It sums up that which we shared with an individual. In the Hindu ceremony of Antishti Sanskar, it's very, very simple. Actually, I could finish the ceremony in 5 minutes and we could all be heading down the road. Basic ritual in and of itself doesn't take very long. What's important is celebrating the life, reflecting, talking, sharing those moments, remembering what is important, because everybody knows what. How many name have we? Khamraj, Boodlal, right? Kimi, Bagar, Bods, Boodlal. Yeah, they have all kind of name, right? Yeah, KP. So, depending on which circle you're in, we know by so many names. But if it's one thing, when whichever circle, by whichever name, if he wasn't laughing when he around, something is wrong. He had that infectious nature where he would cause you to, you could be how, in whatever mood, he changing that, you know. He changing that. wherever. And he had that zest for life. Celebrate, enjoy. When tomorrow comes, we could deal with that. But you see right now, see, listen, we were having a conversation 2 days ago, right? So his philosophy was, if I answer my phone now, I go get quarrel. And when I go home, I go get quarrel again. So better get quarrel one time, no answer, no phone. They always found a way to work around everything to just laugh and to be happy. So today, we should also laugh and be happy and enjoy what he lived for, how he lived, that enthusiasm to enjoy every moment of his life. A very, very special relationship he had with all family members from wherever they would come, and they would celebrate. If it's prayers, if it's online, if it's what, but no matter what, wherever he goes, he created that. So, all you have to continue that, right? You have to continue that camaraderie and that happiness and that celebration for life. All of these things is what takes long. The actual ceremony doesn't take very long. But the actual ceremony is very important, because without this vessel, without this body, we would not be able to enjoy anything. Without this, it is because of this body that we are all sitting here today. Because the relationship you had with the body, from your body to my body. We had that because I'm not going to see you anymore. What are you not going to see? You're not going to see the body anymore. The body is temporary. The body is made up of the pachis prakriti, that macro elements that we've come from, to which we are now sending off today. And we are thanking God for this body, for the birth to be in a human being, to have all of these beautiful people like yourself to share these relationships with. Otherwise, what is this life? How do you enjoy this life without this body? So we are really celebrating this body, giving thanks to the Lord for this body. For the Atman is eternal. You and I that lives in this body. And our journey continues. We aren't going to see it with the physical eyes, but it's going to be there. So therefore, we celebrate the life as it were. We send this Atman, we perform this ceremony and send the Atman on to its next journey, next part of its journey. This is not the end for us. This is just a comma. It's not a full stop. It's just a comma. Journey continues. We will also be continuing our journey one day, if not tomorrow, maybe a few days from now. But you know what? Our body will also be here. What will it be said of us? Did we enjoy life like he did? Did we spread joy like he did? That Monday right on the hill then. One of the best roti makers is taking time off from work to make sure he come cook roti there for 11 days. To make sure that people get nice roti to eat. As a matter of fact, on his last day, I cook a cooler roti 5 o'clock in the morning to make sure that everybody has nice roti to eat. Yeah, but look, two of them. You had a gift for certain abilities. You had a freezer down here. Auntie Indra go say, Kimi boy, we had to get some pepper. He say, you don't worry about that. Run down the hill, pick up anything you want, carry it. Such is the nature. And those guys you see standing here maintain and live the same way. So he would have done everything under the face of the sun that you could have think about that he would have done. So before we have all the other speakers coming to give their part, we'll perform that which is important, our ritual. So you'll touch hands, take this load of water, and we're going to give bath onto this body. That ritualistic bath, just straight down 3 times. Adhyamukha gotrasya mukpretasya mritistane shiva. Snanam maya dete tavoptishtatam. Adhyamukha gotrasya mukpretasya mritistane shniminta snana maya dete tavoptishtatam. You put the chandan now, then we'll take the perfume. See, yeah, this way now. But 1 dot on the forehead only, right? Adhyamukha gotrasya mukpretasya mritistane chandanam maya dete tavoptishtatam. Adhyamukha gotrasya mukpretasya mritistane chandanam maya dete tavoptishtatam. Adhyamukha gotrasya mukpretasya mritistane shiva gandham maya dete tavoptishtatam. Spray around the whole body. Then we'll get mala and arti. Adhyamukha gotrasya mukpretasya mritistane Pushpamala maya dete tavoptishtatam. Adhyamukha gotrasya mukpretasya mritistane shiva. Yam dware mahagore andena tamsa vrite tatra valokanarthaya deepoham tavoptishtatam. Om adhyamukha gotrasya mukpretasya mritistane shriminta deepam maya dete tavoptishtatam. Om adhyamukha gotrasya amukpretasya. Now, everybody coming behind going to do the same thing, right? Right, right. So he moving with you. When you do, he doing, right? So, water, chandan, perfume, mala, arti. Aum madhyamuka gotrasya amuk pretasya. Straight on the body. Snanam maya date tavoptishtatam adhyamuka gotrasya amuk pretasya mritistane shiva snanam maya date tavoptishtatam adhyamuka gotrasya amuk pretasya mritistane shiva chandanam maya date tav ring finger chandanam maya date tavoptishtatam. No, no, just write it. Only here. Then now you spray right now. Adhyamukha gotrasya mukpretasya pushpamalamaya dete tavoptishtatam yam dvare mahagore andena tam savrite tatravalokanaarthaya deepoham tavoptishtatam adhyamukha gotrasya amukpretasya mritistanish deepam maya dete tavoptishtatam. Take the water and sprinkle on the body. Next hand. Use this hand. Right, good boy. Adhyamukha gotrasya mukpretasya mritistana shivasnana mayadayate tavoptishtatam. This finger, the one with the ring. Right, the one with the ring. Good, nice boy. Right, give him a little one in forehead. Nice. Spray him up there now a little bit. Give him a spray. Adhyamukha gotrasya mukpretasya mritistanis gannamaya dhyate tavoptishtatam. Very good. That's pretty nice. All right. Hold this little mala here now. And we'll fix him up there nice. Adhyamukha gotrasya mukpretasya mritistane pushpa mala maya dhyate tavoptishtatam. We're going to make a little arti here now. Om yam dware Mahagore andena tam savrite tatra velokanarthaya deepoham tavoptishtatam Om madhyamukha gotrasya amukpretasya deepam maya dhyate tavoptishtatam. Nice, good boy. Come this side now. Right, so you know everything, right? Yes, you get to see it 3-4 times already, so you know the routine. Adhyamukha gotrasya mukpretasya mritistani snanam maya dhyate tavoptishtatam snanam maya dhyate tavoptishtatam adhyamukha gotrasya mukpretasya gannam maya dhyate tavoptishtatam adhyamukha gotrasya mukpretasya mritistani shiva gannam maya dhyate tavoptishtatam Om Adhyamukha gotrasya mukpretasya pushpamala maya dhyate tavoptishtatam Yam dvare mahagore andena tam savrite tatra valokanarthaya deepoham tavoptishtatam adhyamukha gotrasya amukpretasya mritistana niminta deepam maya dhyate tavoptishtatam. Beautiful, very nice. Come, Shiv. Adhyamukha gotrasya mukpretasya mritisthane shivasnanam maya dhyate tavoptishtatam adhyamukha gotrasya amukpretasya mritisthane chandanam maya dhyate tavoptishtatam adhyamukha gotrasya amukpretasya mritisthane shiva gannam maya dhyate tavoptishtatam adhyamukha gotrasya mukpretasya pushpamala maya dhyate tavoptishtatam. Arti. Yam dvare mahagore andena tam savrite tatra valokanarthaya deepoham tavoptishtatam. Very nice. Adhyamukha gotrasya mukpretasya mritistane shivasnanam maya dhyate tavoptishtatam snanam maya dhyate tavoptishtatam adhyamukha gotrasya chandanam maya dhyate tavoptishtatam adhyamukha gotrasya mukpretasya mritistane gannam maya dhyate tavoptishtatam. Very nice. Put the flower. Adhyamukha gotrasya mukpretasya pushpam maya dhyate tavoptishtatam Yam dvare mahagore andena tam savrite tatra valokanarthaya deepoham tavoptishtatam Om adhyamukha gotrasya amukpretasya mritistanesha. Right. Blend it. That's okay. Chandan. Adhyamukhagotrasya mupretasya chandanam mayadete tavoptishtatam. Very nice. Good boy. Spray him up there now. Good spray. Press it. Press hard. Right. Nice. Press, press. Right. Good boy. Right. Put the flowers here now. Adhyamukhagotrasya mupretasya pushpam mayadete tavoptishtatam. Very nice. Make a little arati there now. Yam dware mahagore andena tam savriti tatravalokanaarthaya deepoham tavoptishtatam. So what's going to happen now is, with Navin leading, we'll go around the box with the arti 5 times, right? Everybody walk in, so check in 5, and then we come back. Itna tu karna swami jab pran tan se nikle govinda naam leke jab pran tan se nikle. Itna tu karna swami jab pran tan se nikale govinda naam lekar jab pran tan se. Sri Ganga ji ka tat ho Yamuna kevat ho. Sri Ganga ji ka tat ho Yamuna केवत हो यमुना केवन केवत हो और सावरा निकट हो जब प्राण तन से निकले गोविंद नाम लेकर जब प्राण तन से जब कंत प्राण आए कोई रोग न सतावे जब कंत प्राण आवे कोई रोग न सतावे कोई रोग न सतावे यम तरसन दिखावे जब प्राण तन से निकले पिंदा गोविंद नाम लेकर जब प्राण तन से निकले गोविंद नाम लेकर जब प्राण तन से निकले. We have to make offering. We'll do pinna and then we'll do dolls. One pinna first. In the right hand, we'll offer this. And then when we do the dolls, one by the head, one by the two hand, one by the navel, and one in between the foot. Adhyamukhagotrasya mukpretasya mritisthanash eshato pindomaya deyate tavoptishtatam. Eshato pindomaya deyate tavoptishtatam. By the right hand, shift the cloth a little bit. Right, beautiful. Now you take that, put a little water there, and then you're going to take the 5 additional So hold that in your hand now. First one goes above the head. Om Vasavo Pavitravasi Shatadharam Vasavo Pavitramasi Sahastradharam Devastva Savitaha Punatu Vaso Pavitrena Shatadharena Saptva Kamadhuksha Om Vasubhya Namaha Pretavahaya Namaha. Put one there. First one, right? With the flower. Put one tulsi leaf will go there also. And that goes by the head. Put it on this side. The next one we'll put by the right elbow, right? Om Varunasya Pretabhanamasi Varunasya Skambhyar Jirthavyo Varunasya Ritavasadanamasi Om Varunaya Namaha Preta Sankhya Namaha. The left one we'll put now. Untano bhahyo darshana vachaso ekapapraviti. Om samudra vishwa devata rita vadoda vahu devata. Om anjam kapaya namaha. Om pretapaya namaha. By the navel. Om Shivano Maseshakanta Pitaha Namaste Astu Mamahitam Nyam Om Aho Bhrujaya Namaha Preta Bhumipaya Namaha between the legs by the knee there. Om Pusham Tom Vasava Shota Namastya Pushe Namaha Preta Hartre Namaha. Take flowers now. Flowers. As we reflect upon the words that are given to us in Bhagavad Gita, second chapter, the first chapter, the entire of the first chapter and the first half of the second chapter speaks to us as the kshetra, the battlefield that is this body, the bhumi kshetra. And we are required to, during the course of this life, to fight the battle of treating with our lower tendencies and all of those things that causes us to sink lower. Who are the characters? Who are we facing? The second half of the second half of the second chapter speaks to us about the Atman, that the process is what takes place. As a matter of fact, if you look at the first two chapters, it tells you everything about how you're going to hell. And the next 16 chapters speaks to you how to come out. So usually in ceremonies like this, we reflect upon what Bhagavan says. In the second half of the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Asochanan Vasochastvam Pragyavasam Shabhasasa Gatasu Nagatam Sumscha Nasasochandi Panditaha. Bhagavan Krishna tells to Arjun, whom at this particular point in his life is dejected, has lost all hope, and is in a state of bewilderment, not knowing what am I going to do at this stage in my life no more. I've given up all things. And Bhagavan says, Asocha vasochastva, one grieves over one who should not be grieved for. Meaning to say that Arjun, speaking like a pundit, intelligent words, wise words, in your life, I'll tell you, the two most times you get confused is when you're getting married and when somebody passes away like this. A whole set of specialists who know all kind of things. And when you're done, your phone ringing off the hook and you have to do this and you have to do that and you have to do the next and you have to, all kind of things you have to do. And when you're done, you keep asking yourself, well, so what is the right thing, boy? And if you ask the people who telling you all what you have to do, they tell me which part they get it from and why you have to do it. Nobody knows. No? They just know, well, you have to do that. But where I come from? She'll give you a little kisa, right? Long time now, in your Aja days, they had a little bilar. You know it's a bilar? You know it's a bilar, right? Right. Some of them ain't gonna know what is that, right? But this was a family pet. Anyway, go in the, you can't do anything. You want to do puja, running in the bedi, mashing up everything. So you know what they do? Because you can't time really bawling hard and making noise. So they say, no, after tying a little string by the post, right, and the puja going on any day, right? Yes, they're doing that. Every year when you have puja, they're doing that, right? But you know, the children married and they move out, right? So the grandchildren come in for the prayers like how everybody used to come by Kimi for the prayers, right? And every time they come, they see in this bilar tidy. So you know what happens when the grandchildren get big? You can't do this prayers if you don't get a black cat and tied by a string the otherwise. So everybody have prayers now. Hey, you know, check and see you have to get one and tied the otherwise you can't do this prayers. Why? No, well, I see that my grandfather did doing that and this one did doing that and down. Nobody asks why. Nobody knows. And that is what confuses us. And that is what causes a lot of problems because we are blissfully unaware that that was just a matter of circumstance so the animal don't make no trouble so you could concentrate and say your prayers a little bit. So Bhagavan says here, we speak like we are wise. We speak like we are intelligent from a position of emotion. But we do not understand that a wise man laments not for the living nor for the dead. Do you know that we are all dead already, right? You're watching me like if I'm mad, then where did they get responded from? Yes. We are dead already. We're just waiting for the soul to jump out of the body. That's all. Every day that passes, every sunset that meets you is one footstep closer to the box you're going, you know. You just haven't reached there yet, but it's only a matter of time. So when you look at this nice, beautiful document that you get here, right? Celebrating the life of Khamraj, Boodlal, Kimi, Burger, but they didn't put the rest of the name. Watch that smile, man. I could see that smile. I've seen that. If I watch him here, and I've still seen it and all too. 10th of June, 1968. With a little dash to the 12th of April, 2026. You know what's significant about this? When you look at it? 10th of June, 1968. Big. 12th of April, 2026. Big. And the most important thing in that, so small that you forget that your whole life is that little dash. Your entire life, everything that you've done, accomplished, met, and will leave is just that little dash there. Because one date is when you come and the next one is when you're gone. Everything is that little dash. And you see how insignificant it is? What is important in this life? Bhagavan says, Nainam chinnanti shashtrani nainam dhati pavakaha na chainam klediyanti na shoshaiti maruttaha Yudi indvala natueham jatu nasam natvam nema janadipataha na chaiva bhavishyanam sarvyapam athaparam. There was never a time when you and I did not exist, nor shall there be a time when you and I will cease to exist. The difference is we are seeing a physical form and we're thinking that this is the reality. This is just a maya, it's just a veil, it's a vehicle without which we can't do anything in this world. It's very important, but it's not permanent. We, the Atman, the indweller, the Lord is saying, there's never a time when we didn't exist because the soul is eternal. We've been here thousands of times before, we just don't have the memory to remember. So he says, just as when your clothes become worn out, and you discard it and you get a new one, so too when this body can no longer serve its purpose, we shed this body and we assume a new form for the new part of this journey. Bhagavan says, the unreal has no existence. The real never ceases to be. And the reality about both has thus been realized only by those who seek the truth. For know that the eternal soul is immortal. This soul is neither born nor does it die. Na jayate mritik va kadachit nyayam bhutva bhavitta bhuyaha. Therefore, coming into the sense of reality and holding our wisdom and our knowledge, know that the Atman, the soul, unborn, eternal, constant, and ancient, it cannot be killed or slain. So he's still around, yes. He's looking at all of us to see. I know if I pretend to dead to see more people go crying now. And more people go miss him. But he's there. And you really think, if you know this gentleman, right, you really think he going to want to see other crying? Or you feel he going to want to continue that where you feel get cut short there a little bit, you know? What will he ask of you? To celebrate, to enjoy. But live life knowing that there is a time and a place for everything. We have many things to accomplish in this life, but there is a time and a place for everything under the sun. There's a time to pray, there's a time to play, there's a time to enjoy, there's a time for rest. And he would have done all that he thought was important, making and leaving his mark. If it wasn't so, he would not be filled this morning. So, before I call on Victoria to present the eulogy, Uncle Raj, you go reach from there? If you can't reach, I'll go send the microphone for you. How we go look? So in this village, right, well, it wasn't by design, right? It just happened that this gentleman here, where Ashram supposed to come and help him sing. I think I see Ashram hiding somewhere by the Silliman tree on that side there. It just so happened, right, that this father figure in this village became if he does say something or sing something, the body can't leave at all, nothing can be complete and things. So, how we go look?
Chabolo Bindravan Bihari Lal ki jai. Pandit ji had said so much. Everybody else know Kimi as Kimi. I knew him from a little boy, and he spent his whole life in the mandir. Beside being service to the village, anything, he always there. He never make anything difficult. Such was Kimi. And we are so blessed to be together the other day when we had a 3-night yag. Myself and him and the little child sat there for about an hour, and we were discussing the mandir and so on. And not knowing that that will be his last, to sit for that while in the temple. And today, look where he is. Nevertheless, he left the world in a happy mood. Many of us don't live this way. So I will sing a bhajan on behalf of Kimi and also the mandir. Bolo Bindravan Bihari Lal ki jai. हमें पार करो, हमें पार करो, भव सागर मेरी नैया, हमें पार करो, हमें पार करो, प्रभु पार करो, भव सागर मेरी नैया, हमें पार करो। गहरी सागर नाव पुरानी, बीच भंवर में आपना, सुनो प्रभु यारत जनबानी, खेवन हारे आपना, नैया में हमारी बारी, काहे देर करो, हमें पार करो, प्रभु पार करो, भव सागर मेरी नैया, हमें पार करो। रूप ब्राह को लेकर तुमने पृथ्वी को उद्धार किया, धर्म सनातन रक्षा हेतु कई बार अवतार लिया, अब की बारी है हमारी, काहे देर करो, हमें पार करो, प्रभु पार करो, भव सागर मेरी नैया, हमें पार करो। गिद्ध अजामिल गणिका सेवरी, पतितयने कन्धार किया, गिद्ध अजामिल गणिका सेवरी, पतितयने कन्धार किया, अम्बरीश नरसी तुलसी को दर्शन दे दो सिंगार किया, अब की बारी है हमारी, काहे देर करो, हमें पार करो, प्रभु पार करो, भव सागर मेरी नैया, हमें पार करो, भव सागर मेरी नैया, हमें पार करो। राम नाम सत्य है।
जय वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की। At this time, I would like to invite Victoria to please come, as she represents members of the family, to reflect upon the life of Kimi.
Sitaram, everyone. Good morning. For those who don't know me, my name is Victoria, the daughter-in-law of Khamraj Boodlal. But I refuse to refer to myself as his daughter-in-law because he referred to me as his daughter. I have with me his other two daughters/nieces, Alyssa and Angelina. And this eulogy is not just a reflection of my mother-in-law, but it's also a reflection of my husband, Navindra, my son, his siblings, and his very close cousins. And I hope today we gather with heavy hearts to celebrate the life of Khamraj Boodlal, a father, husband, grandfather, brother, uncle, cousin, and a dear friend. Khamraj was born on June 10, 1968, to Mahadev and Maini Boodlal in the humble village of Puzzle Island, Situtris, Penal, the very same home where he took his final breath on that dreadful day. He was the eldest of his siblings, Harry and Mary, and from a young age, life was not easy. It was never a bed of roses, but Khamraj was a man who rose to every challenge. He toiled, he sacrificed, and he stepped into the role of a father figure early in life, helping to build the foundation for the family we see here today. Khamraj, Kimi, Bagar, Da, Papa, Ballhead, as some call him, had a deep passion for agriculture, not just as a profession, but as a way of life. That passion led him to Ekiaf, where he formed lifelong friendships, many of whom are here today. His academic journey guided him into a distinguished career as an agricultural officer, 3 at the Ministry of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries, where he dedicated over 30 years of his life. Through his work, he built not just a career, but a family of colleagues and friends. Back in the 1990s, fate intervened in the most beautiful way. At a wedding in Tunapuna, Khamraj saw a young woman named Nisha. With his charming humor, he asked her father, "Who is that girl? Give she a beer for me." That moment sparked a love story that will last a lifetime. He would visit her often using little gestures, like buying chocolates for Chris and Abby, just to see her. Love blossomed, and in 1991, Khamraj married his beautiful Nisha. That same year, they welcomed their first son, Navindra, who we fondly call Navin, followed 2 years later by Kavishti. Khamraj was a provider in every sense of the word. He worked tirelessly, not just one job, but many. For those who know him, know that he was also a market man, as we would say in local parlance. He hustled hard and ensured his family never went without. But beyond providing, he built something even greater, a home filled with love and laughter. He was the glue to this family, the one who kept everyone together, the one who showed up, the one who made sure no one felt alone. In times of joy, he was there. In times of hardship, he was there. That was who he was, consistent, dependable, and full of love. To many, he was known as Kimi or Bagar, the Roti King. Whenever there was a wedding or family gathering, he was the one everyone called. He gave his time, his energy, and his heart without hesitation. Recently, the last wedding that he cooked roti for was our cousin Rina. His cousin Sumin shared that every birthday, without fail, Kimi would visit. They would cook, lime, laugh, and enjoy each other's company. Those simple moments became lifelong memories. Another fond memory shared among the cousins was when Kimi and Vijay came together and bought a radio for Papi. They traveled together to Bish, and for all the cousins who were children at the time, it was a moment they would never forget. It showed unity, generosity, and love. Rad and Sugars shared that Kimi was more than a cousin. He was a brother. He uplifted them, supported them, and helped open doors in their lives. Because of him, one moment. Because of him, they are in the position they are today. But beyond all of that, he was their brother and their friend. To Alyssa and Angelina, who they call Dada, was more than an uncle. He was a second father. He guided them, protected them, and spoke about them with pride. He celebrated their achievements, encouraged them in their journeys, and made sure they always felt supported and loved. To his siblings, Harry and Mary, he was not just a big brother, he was a father figure. He was their everything, their go-to person, their pick-me-up when they were down, their drinking buddy, their advisor in times of need. Their bond was deep, unbreakable, and rooted in love. They were blessed to be with him in his final moments, a painful goodbye, but one filled with love. To his son, Navin. Those who know their bond was something special. His father was his foundation, his confidant, his everything. There was nothing Navin needed that his father would not ensure happened. For his 25th birthday, his golden birthday, he gifted him with a van. But more importantly, he taught him how to be self-sufficient, how to hustle, and how to stand on his own. If Navin called in tutus, it was done. They argued sometimes like brothers and little children, but nothing could ever come between them. Everything Navin is today carries his father's influence. He left him proper. To Kavishti, his son, he never left him undone. Anything he needed, he made sure he had. He protected him, supported him, and loved him deeply. The day before his passing, Kavishti celebrated his 33rd birthday, laughing and liming in full joy. And when he received his back pay in December, he made sure Kavishti got the biggest boombox possible. That was his love. To me, I was never his daughter-in-law. I was his daughter. I remember taking him to my UE graduation back in 2018. And when I crossed that stage, he stood up, he cheered loudly, beaming with pride. When I got married, he gave me my first vehicle. When I had my accident, he was the first person to arrive to ensure that I was okay. And in everyday moments, we both leave for work together. And I was pulling off, and he was in his van, he would stop. Victoria, I wrote here. Those simple words carried so much love. And then there was his greatest joy, his grandson, Nikolai, his Shiva, his Popo, his bull. He adored that child. Recently, he began sleeping with him, getting him ready for school, dropping him off, and giving him everything he wanted. Every day, he will carry him for a drive before he go to work. He was reliving life again, but this time as a grandfather. On April 12, 2026, Khamraj spent his day doing what he loved. He got up at 5 a.m., cooked roti, to head to Cora with his close friend Ian, a friendship that was inseparable. He packed his van, went with his wife and Auntie Bibi. He enjoyed himself fully that day. Later that day, he went to his brother's home to celebrate his niece Angel's birthday. He laughed, he drank, he danced, and while dancing, while enjoying life, he fell. He passed away on that very same land where he was born. A peaceful passing, a shocking loss, a pain that no words would ever be able to describe. But if there's one thing we hold on to is this: he lived life fully. I'm sure everyone could agree with that. He loved deeply, he gave endlessly. Dad was more than just a man. He was the heartbeat of this family, the one who held everyone together. He was the glue, the one who made sure love was always present. Though his passing leaves a void that could never be filled, his legacy lives on in all of us. Rest peacefully, Dad. Your work here is done. Your love will remain with everyone forever.
Jai Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. Words of love, devotion, dedication to a man who would have really done above and beyond what is required of him. We had a little toss-up, right? We volunteered somebody in his absence. But then when I reached here this morning, there's our next volunteer. So to reflect upon 35 plus years ago, years of, in true testament of who he was, really that bond of relationship, that brotherhood that they would have shared, that is unbreakable, even till now. I want to invite Balraj, Kishore, who again, where the rest of the crew? Khamraj. I ain't seen him. Where Farida around yet? Here, Rich? I think I see Jamil somewhere around. You know, he was one of the singers and the entertainers and anything. I ain't seen him. Where Jamil? Let's see Jamil anyway.
Sitaram, everyone, and pleasant good morning. Panditji, thank you very much for the introduction. Of course, today we are all here to say goodbye to our dear friend and brother, Khamraj Boodlal. And like many of those who spoke before, we knew him by different names: Kimi, Khamraj, Boodlal. Sometimes we call him Buds, Brother Buds, right? In AKF, he was known as TP. That was his name. A lot of people knew him by that name, right? So we are here as well to celebrate the life of Khamraj Boodlal. Khamraj, together with myself and our friends here, some of them are here, Kishore, Michael Babulal, Anand, Aiden, I see Jamil there. He wasn't our year, but he always, was with us. We have Dip Narayan, and of course a few others, Farid, Wahida, and others. So, of course, all of us, we went to AKF together in 1987 to 89, which was a 2-year period that we spent in AKF, which of course was over 35 years ago. During that time, our friendships, we would have shared and developed a bond of brotherhood and friendship that would last a lifetime. Khamraj was a person who interacted with everyone. Unlike some students who were very quiet, like myself, that hardly anybody knew, Khamraj knew everybody and everybody knew him. He had that rapport, he had that way that he could communicate with everyone. And he had his trademark Black 280C that he kept in showroom condition in AKF. And all of our friends up the islands, because there were a lot of foreign students as well, they used to refer to him as the young Indian star boy from Penal. In AKF, we had many adventures with Kimi. Sometimes after lectures and so late in the evening, we would go down to the citrus field, we would harvest produce, we'd also go and harvest vegetables, sometimes even harvest some chickens that would later become a barbecue in the dorm, right? And in all those situations, we had a ringleader. That is the man there, TP. He loved the excitement, he loved the thrill. Whenever we got to ourselves in any little mischief or so, that was the man. He loved that sort of stuff. He always kept us on our toes. In AKF as well, he was very helpful to many of us. We didn't have transport, we didn't have vehicles. It was an institution where we spent 2 years locked down, so to speak. He had the 280C. 8 or 9 of us would cram ourselves into that car, and he would take us to the airport for doubles when we were hungry in the night and we had nothing to eat. And he did that many times, also for the foreign students as well. And I should also mention that many of his friends and our friends who went to AKF with us, we have a chat, a AKF friends chat, almost 50 persons on that chat, and they would have poured in their condolences and their sympathies to Khamraj and the family. I would like to thank them. They're probably viewing it, the service right now. And like I said before, Khamraj had a rapport with everybody, right? Some of the names to mention is like Michael James, Julie, Everett, Bradley Georges, Finita, and others as well. Some of them even shared stories. One guy said he was stranded in the airport and Khamraj had to come and get him. Another guy said he fell ill in AKF and Khamraj had to take him to the hospital. He said Khamraj drive that vehicle so fast, he forgot he was sick. That is some of the, you know, he was really he was the center of attention in AKF. And of course, in our second year, he met the love of his life, Nisha. All we know about the story is that he met her in a wedding in Tunapuna. And this boy fell head over heels. I've never seen Khamraj in my entire life that I've known him that happy. He was extremely happy, and all my friends here would agree, right? And of course, he would visit, and while he fell in love with Nisha in Tunapuna, the Tunapuna family fell in love with him. He was the star boy there. Everyone in Tunapuna, they loved this boy, right? Well, of course, they would become married a couple of years after and live a life, you know, build their life together. After AKF, all of us, well, we got jobs. We started to work in Ministry of Agriculture together. Our friendships, our relationships deepened even further. All of us would get married and our families. And Khamraj is a person, he know everybody and he know all the family as well. In-laws, brother-in-law, everybody he knew and everybody knew him. That's the type of person he was. And Khamraj, he was the wedding, tell me if I'm saying the correct thing, the wedding driver or the wedding chauffeur for all of our weddings, including you, right? Firstly, with the 280C, I think he had painted it white after. With the 280C, he took some of Dipnarayan and a couple others' wedding, Kishore as well.
I was the medalist.
The medalist. And then the white medalist was, of course, my wedding and a few others as well. And I'm sure my friends would agree, even if we get a Rolls Royce, we wouldn't have it any other way. Our best friend at that moment in our life, on our wedding, driving our wedding, chauffeur wedding car, man, you couldn't ask for anything more. I remember, well, I was in fact the last person to get married in the crew. About 25 years ago, I remember Khamraj came to my home. I was living in Rio Claro then. He came the Saturday evening, and I remember he parked his car over the road, that's the white medalist, and he was washing it down, and he had a little tin of polish in his hand. He was cleaning it and everything to make sure that, you know, everything was in order, right? He left Pinal to come all the way to Rio Claro the day before to do that, right? And while we were liming in the night, later on with some other friends and so, someone said something to me that I remember up till today. And that person, look him right here, Jamil, and I'm sure he probably don't remember that. He said this fella, meaning Khamraj, he left his family, his son, Navin was small as well, he left his family from Pinal and he come to Rio Claro just to be with you, to make sure everything is perfect for your wedding. That fella is a great friend. Jamil, can't remember. But I remember very, very well. That was his exact words. And he kept repeating it a few times. That is a great friend. That is a great friend. And also, Khamraj, for my wedding, I didn't have an elder brother. He stood as an elder brother in my wedding as well. Navin was the Saibala. And since that time, 25 years ago to now, every time I call Boodlal or we meet or we speak, he always called me small brother. And I would call him Big Brother Buds. Brother Buds, that's the relationship we shared from that time till now. Khamraj loved life. He loved the outdoors. Cora River, Maracas Beach, Queen Am, you name it. He loved those things. He loved life. He loved the excitement. And in fact, we had so many Tobago trips together with Navin, Nisha, and some of us. Regularly, every year, we used to go to Tobago and, have some fun on vacations and so. And while I speak about all these exciting times and fun times and so, Khamraj never neglected his family. He worked extremely hard. Firstly, in the Ministry of Agriculture, where he started, I believe is in 91 thereabout. He worked in the Ministry of Agriculture as an extension officer, and also his marketing work that he would have been involved in since his parents. So from a little boy, he was working in market, doing retail, wholesale, and those sort of things. And he sold in Debe market, in Penal market. He spent his entire lifetime doing this type of work. And of course, with his wife, Nisha, by his side, working just as hard, because Nisha was in the market as well, doing everything with him side by side, right? So whatever we see that Khamraj would have accumulated in this life materially, house, property, vehicles, whatever it is, nothing was given to him. He worked extremely hard for everything that he had, for his family, for his son, for his grandson, and everyone else. Khamraj, part of his journey in Ministry of Agriculture, I believe he worked for about 10 years or so, I'm not sure, at the Penal demonstration station as an extension officer. And afterwards, he went to the engineering department in Centeno, where he would have spent most of his career. I don't know if anyone will be speaking about that, but at that department, engineering is what he enjoyed the most. He enjoyed being an extension officer as well, but that engineering department is where he found satisfaction. He loved that type of job, going out in the field, visiting project sites, roads and bridges and all those sort of things. And that part of his life in engineering, I think he was very, very competent, and he was very, very happy. And he would have made many, many friends, a lot of people who I don't even know, but he would have had so many friends, so many relationships. Someone spoke earlier about when he went to Lyme with his, with his engineering friends and so. I must mention one of our colleagues, Ian Ragunanan. I don't know if he's here, but he and Khamraj had a really, really special relationship. They lived in Penal together. They worked at the Penal demonstration station earlier in his career. And wherever you see Khamraj, Ian is there. And if you see Khamraj and you didn't see Ian, he's somewhere right behind, always together. Whenever we have any activities as well, Lyme and so, Ian has always been there, and we kind of adopted him as a small brother. Right? So Ian, thank you for all your friendship. So with those few words, in closing, Nisha, Navin, Kavishti, Harry, to all the family and friends, in going forward, we know that it will be a very difficult period, but we are here to lend whatever support, whatever we can. We are here for you guys. Navin, you have grown into a fine young man, strong, dedicated, and hardworking, just like your father. Cherish all the memories and all the lessons that he would have taught you. Finally, we thank God for blessing us with this special friend in the person of Khamraj Boodlal. May Lord Krishna guide and protect his soul on this journey. Thank you, Sitaram. And before I leave, I would ask one of my colleagues as well to say a prayer.
Sitaram. On behalf of our group here, I would just offer a prayer to Lord Vishnu for the liberation of the soul of our friend. Om Anadi Nidano Deva Shankachakra Gada Daya Aksha Pundari Kaksha Preta Moksha Pradobha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Thank you.
Thank you very much, guys. Let's see that fly. See this fella here? When I see this fella was knocking the table, dizzy fella, but I don't know what kind of memory this man have, but I think I have a film song here, no, by headpiece. They're real quiet now, prayerful kind of quiet back in the day. But when I tell you, them fellas that make any party, like, it could be what event. But so it's nice to have them as we live together and we out of this world together. But they would have really, wherever they went, left a mark. Testament that you're hearing for yourself and you're seeing all of these individuals there. So if you didn't know, it's a reminder of the father that you had, who he was, where he was, what he did, wherever he was. Shiva was our next one, always there, foot to foot, you can't separate them at all. And you'd see it reflecting here. So before we actually perform the last of our rites, before we head off to the shores of peace, I want to leave the floor open now for anybody who would want to come, offer condolences, say a prayer, say anything. Anybody who would want to, we'll leave a few minutes for that before we have the last of the rites. Yeah? But she can't walk? All right. You could walk or come now, man. How it go look?
Can I do without the mic?
Well, hopefully everybody go hear you.
Okay, you will sing? You want to sing first? Okay, come. Sing.
Oh, God, give me. Namaskar to each and every one. Oh, God, give me. Jai Sri Krishna Hare Swami. Jai Sri Krishna Hare. Sanka Chakra Gada Padma Biraje Sundara Rupa Tumhare. Om Sundara Rupa Tumhare. Banwari Girdhari Swami. Banwari Girdhari Swami. Tum Guru Lagami. Om Jai Sri Krishna Hare Swami. Jai Sri Krishna Hare. Tina muthi chavurale karate. Tina muthi chavurale karate. Tino lok diye. मध्य सभा में द्रौपदी पुकारे. मध्य सभा में द्रौपदी पुकारे. आओ कृष्ण महाराज. ओम जय श्री कृष्ण हरे स्वामी. जय श्री कृष्ण हरे. Thank you, Bob.
Thank you very much, Mom.
Sit down, sit down, sit down. Rest yourself, rest here. Sitaram to all. In her song, I heard my name mentioned. My name is Draupadi, also known as Draupadi. Now, we are from Kimmy's earlier stages in his life. This is Kimmy's aunt, and I am also Kimmy's aunt. But I'm the aunt on the mother's side, and we all know Auntie Chinese. So I'm one of Auntie Chinese' sister. Now, we would have known Kimmy from, if you look at your flyer here, you would see the first picture. Young child, very curly hair, very beautiful. We would have known Kimmy from that point in time and onwards. Kimmy was living by his aunt in his grandparents' home before his parents built their home. So Kimmy was born at his grandparents' home, a little further down the road, and grew up with his aunt, his mother, and a wider family there. So he had all the love of all the family, and of course, the aunts from his mother's side, right? So his mother wanted the very best for him, because several times she would ask, what's the best school to send him? Because she noticed there was a desire in Kimmy to absorb knowledge. So throughout primary school, he excelled quite a lot. Secondary school as well. Then when he applied to go on to ECIAF, she was a bit worried. Why is my son, how is my son going to survive in that environment, which is so far from penal? People would say it's far from penal, right? I said, don't worry. Eventually, he will master his environment there. And as some of you heard the testimony for some of his friends, while they were in ECIAF, they developed friendship, so he was able to manage his years of studies there. Now, but she not only worried, she provided opportunity for him to make it easy for him. So she went ahead into the market to sell, to have money, so as to support him in his studies. She also supported him by buying his first car so that he can go back and forth, right? And from school to come home on weekends and whatever. So she provided transport for him. Of course, as a young man, you would use your transport for your friends and everything else, also to assist the family at home too. So he was very supportive of everyone he met. But his mother really, really stood tall with him, and also the father. Both of them worked very hard to see Kimmy completed those years of studies, graduate, and of course, taking him into the grahast lifestyle, which is the stage of family life and so on. So they stood by Kimmy, they gave him that strength, and that's the strength that he built his own life and future. And without wanting to say too much, a child's success, a lot depends on his parents. And today, we acknowledge the contribution of Kimmy's parents to his life. And the life that, as Pandit pointed out to us, is that little dash we see there. All the things that he did, and his parents really gave him that strength that he can live through this life. And today, as he's leaving this world, we remember his parents as well. And all that I want to say again, I must thank everyone for coming out and showing their support and being there for the family in this time of sadness, bereavement, also the time of joy to see that he's now moving on to something else, because the soul, as Pandit has been reminding us, continues. So bid you farewell, Kimmy, on your journey. Thank you very much.
Most welcome. Anybody else? How we go look? Any amount you want.
Okay.
Morning. Salam, Sitaram. After all this, I don't want to take too long, but sometimes you need to say what you have to say, given the opportunity. If I falter, please forgive me. I'm sorry a little bit for a little bit under the weather, but being a community person and living here, Bagar being neighbor, I must take the opportunity on behalf of Pandit and the family. Kaho dewa ki kare huninda, bade bade dunia, लेकिन कल आजकल जाने अनजाने धर्म और अधर्म क्या कहाँ काबिल है क्या कहाँ करम अभिनेत्री है आहिस्ता आहिस्ता लंबे लंबे गहरा के दुख एक दिन हमें भी जाना है. What is said there in short, in this world that we live, this big world, we speak about others and others speak about us. Kal aajkal, yesterday, today, or tomorrow, jane anjane, knowingly or unknowingly, dharma or adharma, righteously or unrighteously. Kya kaha kabil hai, what wickedness we do. Kya kaha karam abhinetri, what work we do. Lambe, surely, ahista, slowly. Ekadina hame bhi jana hai. One day, we all have to leave and go. So, recently, I didn't believe I would have to stand here. Just on the 17th of February, at Spotty's and Tishti's Sanskar next door, when we were leaving to go to the cremation site there, Kimi said, "You're going to the creek?" I said, "Well, yeah." He said, "Well, I, Harry, and Murray going." We went and spent a half day. Then, at my brother's cremation last month, on the 6th of March, I spoke to Bibi and Kimi on the creek there again. We had a few words. And this is all transition onto life and what we see life as and all that. And just last week, Thursday, today's Thursday, the 9th, at Popsy's and Tishti's Sanskar up the hill there, I made a lot of reference to our childhood days. Kimi and Tofi and Donald, Vash, Bonnie, Sham, all of us. And how we grew around the mandir and the village and all that. But Tofi was laughing there just now, and he said just remind the people that nobody mightn't tell him happy birthday again. Because Kimi is 10th of June, 1968, Tofi is 10th of June, 1970. So he said if nobody doesn't tell him happy birthday, Kimi does tell him happy birthday, and he does tell him happy birthday. They are same birthmate. So one incident I want to point out. We went to a card game, All First game in Mahesh Road in 1995. Navin would be about 4 or 5 years old. And the Jimny he had, we hear about the 280 just now. That was the first car Kimi and buy from Dr. Kira Rampal. And the Jimny, we went to play the car in Mahesh Road, Diggity Village. So while coming on Mahesh Road and thing there, a couple of vehicles we had under the van developed mechanical issues. We studying how to get this. Nobody wanted to pull the van home. That time in 1995, didn't have all this tow truck and thing. So the fellas decided to push this vehicle. We pushed that we park and we push down such a trace when we reached along the hill there by Jenny Bar. We can't push coming up the hill and push this hill here. So we push around to the bridge and leave it by the bridge. Kimi come home and sleep. I don't know what is the story he gave Nisha. If he sell the van, if he lend the van, if somebody going to try to do anything with the van, that was a story untold. So in closing, like I said, I won't take too long. The bhajan says, "Pinjare ke panchi, tera dhara dhara jani koi." That's the bird in the cage, but that's an analogy for us. The soul in the body, not the bird trapped in the cage. Tell me who here is not guilty of we trapped money, house, land, car, jewel, friendship, relationship. All of us here trapped. And the soul is trapped in the body, and the body here is trapped in worldly possessions. So Kimi did his part. He played his part. And look, I like something I read here. If you look at it a little, Krishna says, "No one who does good work will ever come to bad end, either here or in the world to come." And below that, whatever happened for the good. Whatever is happening for the good. Whatever will happen will also happen for the good. It's real difficult to stomach, you know. Like I say that when we tie up in worldly possessions, who want to hear that and who you could comfort, and you could tell anybody words of inspiration at this time. But we as believe in the literature that we have, and we come. And like in a little assistance of Pandit here, what he's saying, that whenever you go, who said this, and then he was given the example of the Bilar. Now, Garu Puran tells us so much in this Shraddh ceremony and Tishti Sanskar. That is a narration between Lord Vishnu and Garu the bird, right? So we have to follow that. We are trapped, Hindus, we are trapped between principle, tradition, and Garu Puran and Shraddh ceremony. We have to follow it, Pandits, and know what we go. So as this song said, I'll close by saying, the song says, Tere karama kahani, Tere atma bijani, Paramatma bijani, O prani de. Tere karama kahani, what we do, kahani is your story, you write your own story. Tere atma bijani, that contributes to your soul, to make your destiny atma. Paramatma amabhijani, Paramatma God, the celestial man, your relationship. What we do contribute to our soul contribution to our destiny, and Paramatma, our celestial being. And so will be given. And like we just say, what commandments all have. All us have it 10 times. Thou shalt not, thou shalt not, thou shalt not. But we Hindus have it. Jaisi karni, vaisi bharani. What we do, that is what we go reap. We can't plant soursop and reap sugar apple. Sitaram, thank you.
Thank you very much. Well said, indeed. Beautiful.
Sitaram, everyone. I am here grieving very badly, but in a short space of time, Mr. Boodlal, I met him 2 years ago, well, a little over 2 years ago, beginning of 2024, when we were both appointed into the Forestry Division within the Ministry of Agriculture. And from then till now, our families have grown closer together. We have been here to the temple. We have been here at his home for celebrations, for prayers, for everything. Mr. Boodlal, as I say, we met just less than 2 years ago, and it was like we've known each other our whole lives, right? This came as a real shock, but we have, and that is why I choose to get up and say something, a lot, I think if not most of the staff of the agroforestry section in forestry, here from 3 stations, Cora Hillside Station, Maracas Hillside Station, and St. Michael Hillside Station,
Northwest Conservancy Office,
as well as other officers and staff from the Northwest Conservancy Office, which is at Farm Road, St. Joseph, where Mr. Boodlal, as everybody here has spoken before, when he works in an area, he touches everybody, right? Nobody is left untouched with his kindness, his warmth, his generosity, and is always smiling at you. I don't think I ever see this man vexed or angry. Even when he vexed, he might be smiling too, right? So on behalf of the Forestry Division, Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries, myself and Joey would like to say to the family, you have full support for anything. Just ask, don't hesitate, Navin. Shoot a call. If you need anything, we have people here to support all you. Because your father was 1 in a million. Thank you.
So my name is Joey Bridgemohan. I met Mr. Boodlal, well, I call him Mr. Boodlal, from engineering. Not too long after I left engineering, he used to work south, so we didn't used to meet up too much. But he became my supervisor in forestry. And I've never met someone as charismatic as Mr. Boodlal. In anything, you'd say yes. In any situation, you find a way. And he made a great impression on us, with us there. It was a great shock that I got a message and to hear that he had passed, but he will be missed. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So as we make our final preparations for our closing ceremony, before we, all right, so we don't have very long again, right?
2 minutes. Yes, I greet you all. I just want to represent the Mango Road in-laws, where Kimi had spent so much time with us, where he got his wife from. So that is how I joined with him. I am the eldest of 3 brother-in-laws. I married first, second, Kimi married the third sister, which is Nisha, the last, the baby of the family. Yeah, Kimi is a man, as everything I said about him is truth. Great human being to be around. People remember him for every single aspect of his life. And one little item of a jokey one is that when he came to Mangrove in a wedding. One of his Ekiaf mates saw Nisha walk up to her father and say, "Give that girl a beer for me." And that was it. After that was wedding. We were down here from Tunapuna weekly. His family, his mother and father, his brother Harry, sister, they all accepted us and they treated us with great respect. Khamraj will never leave we in spirit. The body is made up of flesh and spirit. The body is going today. The spirit is going to stay with us forever. Through his brother, his family, his wife, his wife being a part of us. Nisha, when she came down here to live, all of us was worried that it was so far for connectivity, how we will, but we never make that a problem. We were here on a regular basis for both of them. So I thank God for him. I always thank God for the time that I had him in my life. I can only speak for myself. I thank God for the years that we had Kimi in our lives. My wife, I represent my wife and children and the rest of the in-laws from Mengoro to Napuna. We thank God for him.
Thank you very much. Okay, so Mom will come first. She'll do her part. And then the cousins will come and follow right after. So make sure all the cousins here. We're not stopping at all, right? We'll organize the Mom and the arty and thing for Mommy to go up on there. While we have this part of the ceremony happening, one aunt here, she'll do a bhajan for us.
Sitaram, good morning. On behalf of all the cousins, I want to extend my condolences to great Kimi. And I'm just going to do a little bhajan. Prabhu ji sada hai kripa hum pe banaye rakhna. Prabhu ji sada hai kripa hum pe banaye rakhna. Jo rasta sahi ho, jo rasta sahi ho, us pe chalaye rakhna, kripa banaye rakhna. Prabhu ji sada hai kripa hum pe banaye rakhna. Prabhu ji sada hai kripa hum pe banaye rakhna. Jo rasta sahi ho, jo rasta sahi ho, us pe chalaye rakhna, kripa banaye rakhna, kripa banaye rakhna. Prabhu ji sada hai kripa hum pe banaye rakhna. Prabhu ji sada hai kripa hum pe banaye rakhna.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so while you walking with them and saying, or you're saying and then walking? Okay.
Namaste Sitaram. I'm the eldest cousin of Kimi. I'm the first. We played together. We lived together. And I was asked today to represent all the cousins from the father's side. And Kimi was very loved. And I think he left a great message with us that we all will be there one day. So as we are alive today, look beyond your differences and cherish life. How much scriptures we'll read? We got to face reality. This is how it is. Everyone know what they're about. No one knows another person's world. So this is love for him. And all we can do, just chant the name of the Lord. So we just do a little chant while we doing the rituals. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Beautiful. After this is finished, if we can all stand, anybody who would want to get a last viewing before we actually make that journey, we will allow for that and then we will leave. So let us all stand. आए भी अकेला, जाए भी अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला। आए भी अकेला, जाए भी अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला। जीने के लिए है तूने महल सजाए, मतलब कि यार सारे सब है पराए। जीने के लिए है तूने महल सजाए, मतलब कि यार सारे सब है पराए। इनके लिए है कितना तूने दुख झेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला। आए भी अकेला, जाए भी अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला। काहे तो आया जग में, क्या तुझको करना, नेकी कर्म कर ले, दुनिया से धरना। काहे तू आया जग में, क्या तुझको करना, नेकी कर्म कर ले, दुनिया से धरना। पाप के अघन में खुद को काहे को धकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला। आए भी अकेला, जाए भी अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला। हर की शरण तू हो जा, ध्यान लगा ले, जीवन मिले ना फिर ये जीवन को पाले। हर की शरण तू हो जा, ध्यान लगा ले, जीवन मिले ना फिर ये जीवन को पाले। खेल जगत का सारा उसी ने है केला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है 2 दिन का मेला। आए भी अकेला जाए भी अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है 2 दिन का मेला। ये जिंदगी है प्यारे एकजुट सपना, गैरों की दुनिया में नहीं कोई अपना। ये जिंदगी है प्यारे एकजुट सपना, गैरों की दुनिया में नहीं कोई अपना। सबके रहते हुए मैं हुआ अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है 2 दिन का मेला। आए भी अकेला जाए भी अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है 2 दिन का मेला। 2 दिन की जिंदगी है 2 दिन का मेला। 2 दिन की जिंदगी है 2 दिन का मेला। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते, गोष्पी गोपिकान्ते राधा कान्ते नमोस्तुते। कृष्ण कृष्ण कृपालु त्वं गतिनां गतिर्भव, संसारवर्णम् अज्ञानं प्रसिद्ध पुरुषोत्तमः। ॐ अनाधिनधनो देव शङ्खचक्रगदाधर, अक्षय पुण्डरीकाक्ष प्रेतमोक्ष प्रदो भव। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Tell all them boys and them better go and do their medical and check the doctor and all kind of thing. I think this one is a video guy.
That's all.